guys, Miss McKee here. You should have a paper and a pencil. The paper should look like this at the top. Let's get started. As always, you're going to put your RLA teacher's name. This time I'm going to do, let's do Mrs. Nowak. Mrs. Nowak believes that, and then you're going to put your name, first and last. Can complete this challenge. All right, today we are going to be doing something that is quite challenging, and I am challenging you to do your best and believe that you can do it. We are going to write an extended constructed response, and you are going to write it in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And if you're sitting there thinking, I can't do that, I 100% believe that you can do it, and your RLA teacher believes you can do it too, because we're going to do it timed right. So let's pretend that it's STAR test day, okay? Flip your paper over to the back and turn it so it's lengthwise, landscape, hamburger, whatever you call it, and then you're going to draw out your plan. Now, I know your teachers have taught you how to draw out your plan. Our classes have been doing like races to draw it out. As soon as you get your paper on STAR test day, you are going to be getting logged into your test. And once you're at the login screen, we're telling our kids that they need to take their paper, flip it over, and draw out their ECR plan. So everybody right now, draw your ECR plan. And Spike Time teachers, you can keep the video running as I draw mine out to help the kids. But kids, if you already know how to do it, challenge yourself to not even look at the screen and draw it out. This should be pretty much in your memory already. Okay, if you're sitting there and you're thinking that your teacher has told you to do it just a little bit differently than this, that's okay. Don't freak out. Different teachers teach it just a little bit differently, and that's absolutely fine. But as long as you have a plan where you are going to write your thesis, and in your introduction, in your conclusion, you're going to restate that thesis, and then in your body paragraphs, you're going to do 2 short constructed responses. So body paragraph 1 and 2 should each have an answer, a cite, and an explain. Okay, Spike Time teachers, if you need to pause the video, you can pause it at this point to let them get caught up. Okay, when you're ready, you're going to flip your paper back over. And then I want you to look at my screen real quick because I'm going to show you something. This is what your STAR test looks like. Okay, so you have all kinds of multiple choice questions. You know, you have your dictionary, you have your little buttons up here. When you get to this question right here, what type of response are you writing? Spike Time teachers, pause the video and have the kids tell you, what kind of response are you writing when you see this prompt? Okay, everybody on this campus should know that this is a short constructed response. And we know it's a short constructed response because it's a very short prompt. It's also a small box. It says 475 characters is the most that you can type in there, okay? And it just has a prompt, what is the most likely reason the author wrote this selection, and it has something about support your answer with evidence from the selection. There's no little pencil, there's no word that says essay, there's no word that says thesis or claim, there's not those little dots that give you all the reminders to organize your writing and have correct grammar. So this is a short constructed response. This is your answer, cite, explain. Now, when you go to a question that looks like this, you know that this is an extended constructed response. It has the pencil, it has the word essay, it has your prompt here, okay? It's right here. Write a well-organized, and then whatever it would be, informational, argumentative, whatever it might be. Then you have all your little dots that I was talking about, reminding you how to control or how to organize your writing and then manage your time. And then you have this really big box here, and you'll notice that the total number of characters you can type in this one is 2,300. So that can help you too, is seeing that number is much less in a box or much more on an ECR, whereas on the last one we looked at, it was like 475 or something. Okay, so when you get to this question and you are ready to write your ECR, you already have your ECR plan drawn out on your desk, on the table. So you're going to go to that plan, right, and you're going to get started. But the first thing you need to do is you need to read the prompt. Our prompt is on the paper today, and it's right here. It says, step 1, read the prompt. Write an informational essay about a teacher who is great at their job. Support your response from evidence from the text. So I want you to notice whatever word it says before essay. If it says you're writing an informational essay, then you're just informing on a topic. If it says an argumentative essay, then you have to write a claim where you're trying to persuade your reader to believe what you're saying. They're two very similar things. Either way, you're writing a thesis statement, okay? The next step is to actually go and read the text, and we talked about this the other day. You can read the text, but the best thing you can do is think to yourself, I'm going to learn something, I'm going to hear something, I'm going to find out something that's interesting. If you go into a text with a curious mindset, you are more likely to better comprehend what you read. And when you better comprehend what you read, you're better able to answer multiple choice questions and write short constructed responses and extended constructed responses about that text. Okay, so as we're reading this, I want you to really lock in and think to yourself, what is it actually telling me? Okay, so this says, what makes a great teacher? The prompt is write an informational essay about a teacher who is great at their job. So right now, I want you to think about a teacher who is great at their job. And then I want you to flip your paper over and you're going to go to your thesis, okay? And you're going to write that teacher's name. Now, here's a strategy too. If you can't think of a teacher right now off the top of your head, you're going to say blank, and then you're going to say is good. Oh, sorry. Let me just double check my prompts. So you want to make sure who is great at their job. Okay, so a teacher who is great at their job. You want to use the exact words from the prompt. So you're going to say blank is great. Oh my gosh, this is not working today. Is great at their job. And then you have to give two main ideas. So you're going to say because, and then you're going to prove why that teacher is great at their job. Blank and blank. You don't know it yet because you haven't read your essay, but this is a really good way to get your thesis set up and to get your mind thinking about what you should be looking for as you read. So as we read this text, we are going to be looking for two reasons that you can use to support why the teacher that you're going to choose is a great teacher, okay? Because of yellow and green, blank and blank. Okay, here we go. Okay. I'm going to be thinking about my high school English teacher, Mr. Wall. All through high school, elementary school, middle school, all of it, I never really felt like I was seen by a teacher. I never liked school. I probably could have done a lot better if I had had teachers who were pushing me to be better all the time. And then it took me until my junior year of high school, so I was in 11th grade. I was almost 18 years old when I met the first teacher who really made a big impact on me and made me feel seen. So,
Hi.
hold on one sec. Hi, Carter. I'm videoing for Spike Time.
Oh, hi, Miss McKee.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm making a video.
You should include me in the video.
Okay, well, I'm recording right now, so you could say hi.
Oh, hi, everybody, for Spike Time.
Thank you, Carter. Okay, what's that?
My grade?
It's all grades, so they're all going to hear you. Carter, you're the
Hi,
best.
everybody.
Bye, Carter. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so Mr. Wall really influenced me because he made me feel seen. Okay, so now I want you to think about a teacher that you're like, man, I really think that teacher's great. And as we're reading, I want you to take your pencil and you're going to underline things within this text that tell you that that teacher's great. Okay? What makes a great teacher? A great teacher is someone who not only helps students learn, but also inspires them to reach their full potential. Here are 3 important qualities that make a teacher great, and that should say 4, and I'm going to change it before you get it. Number 1, passion for teaching. A great teacher loves what they do and shows excitement about the subjects they teach. When teachers are passionate, it helps students feel interested and excited about learning. Passionate teachers make lessons fun and engaging, which makes it easier for students to understand difficult topics. Okay, that's going to be definitely for me one of my main ideas for Mr. Wall, because he was so passionate about writing to the point that I didn't like to write. I didn't really like to read until I had him, and now those are 2 of my favorite things. Okay, number 2, kindness and patience. A great teacher is kind, caring, and patient with their students. They understand that everyone learns at a different pace and take the time to explain things clearly. When students are having trouble, a great teacher is encouraging and helps them keep trying. This makes students feel safe and supported in the classroom. Number 3, Strong communication skills. A great teacher knows how to explain ideas in ways that everyone can understand. They listen to their students and ask questions to make sure everyone is following along. Good communication also means that teachers are clear about their expectations and give helpful feedback to help students improve. Number 4, altruistic. And this might be what we call a word gap, a word that you don't understand. So let's see what that means. A great teacher also expresses a concern for the well-being of their students outside of their class. This includes dedicating extra time before or after school. Okay, so to me, altruistic means it's somebody who expresses a concern for the well-being of others, right? So it's somebody who really cares about other people. That's definitely Mr. Wall. That was my teacher. He cared about us so much. This includes dedicating extra time before or after school, offering tutorials and personalized guidance to ensure every student succeeds. He did that. They also actively support their students outside of the classroom by attending extracurricular events, showing they care about their growth beyond academics. Whether it's celebrating a sports victory, an art achievement, a choir or band performance, or a personal milestone, they make sure every student feels valued for all their accomplishments. I'm definitely doing that for Mr. Wall because every softball game, every basketball game, every soccer game that I was at, he was out there cheering for us. Okay, so his caring and his passion, his love for us didn't just stop at the classroom door. All right, so I'm going to pick passion for teaching and I'm going to pick altruistic. Those are going to be my 2 main ideas, okay? Now I also need to find my text evidence. So pick your 2 main ideas. Teachers, if you need to pause the video for like 30 seconds, have the kids circle the 2 that they're going to choose for their teacher, you can do that. Okay, now you're going to go back to those 2 main ideas and I want you to this time underline or put a star next to the text evidence that you're going to use for that one. So for passion for teaching, I have 3 really strong sentences there. Mr. Wall, let's see, I'm going to say, when teachers are passionate, it helps students feel interested and excited about learning. Passionate teachers make lessons fun and engaging, which makes it easier for students to understand difficult concepts. So I'm going to say this one for me. I'm going to do the last one, because he did that for me. So in my explain, I could talk about how I did not really read well, I didn't really write very well until I had Mr. Wall, and then I realized how smart I actually was in those 2 things. Okay, the last part, altruistic for me, I'm going to pick that he actively supported us outside the classroom by attending extracurricular events. Okay, that's what I'm going to put for mine. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Students, you're going to find 2 pieces of text evidence underneath of those 2 that you want to use. Okay, now this is where I'm going to start timing you, all right? You have your, I'm going to do this over here so y'all can watch me, okay? You have your plan on the back, you have your thesis, you have your 2 body paragraphs, you have everything set up for you. I'm going to time you for each, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 10. We're going to get this done. We're going to try to get this done in 10 minutes. All right, here we go. For 1 minute, 1 minute on the clock, you are going to write your thesis, which we already started together, okay? So for 1 minute, I want you to fill in the name of the teacher, and I want you to fill in the 2 main ideas. So my main ideas are going to be passion for teaching and altruistic. Okay, ready? Everybody get your pencil ready? Ready, set, go. About 20 seconds. Okay, stop. Even if you are not done, you're going to stop writing your thesis and we're going to move to the next part, which is our main ideas, okay? So for 1 minute, we're going to try to write out our 2 main ideas. So everybody's going to start with a sentence starter, first of all. And for my second one, I'm going to say also. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this sentence into this sentence for my main idea number 1, and I'm going to turn this sentence into this sentence. If you feel like this is super easy for you, I want you to try to reword what you put in your thesis statement to make it a little bit different in your body paragraph. All right, is everybody ready? You have 1 minute on the clock. Ready, set, go. Okay, about 10 seconds. Okay, the next thing that we're going to work on, remember, even if you're not done those A's, that's okay. We're going to move on to the C. I know some people write slower than others. It is absolutely okay if you have gotten a little bit behind because you're going to have time to go back and fill it in. Okay, for the C, this is our text evidence. This is the blue that we had done, right? This is our blue, on my screen blue. So we're going to start with the paragraph. So I'm going to say that if this is paragraph 1, this is paragraph 2, or to keep it simple, you can just say the text states. So we're going to do the text states, and then you're going to put your quotation marks, and you're going to write the first 2 or 3 words, then you're going to do a dot, 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 and then you're going to write the last 2 or 3 words, okay? And we'll talk about that later. You have 1 minute to do that for your main idea 1 and your main idea 2. Ready, set, go. Okay, we're at a minute. I'm going to add 30 seconds because I know that the text evidence can be a little bit more confusing, so we're going to do 30 more seconds. As you're writing, just listen. The reason that we do the ellipses in the middle, the 3 dots, is to save you time and to save your hand, okay? So when you do those on your planning page, you are not doing them when you type the text into your box on your ECR on the test. On the STAR test, you must type every single word that is in your quote. I'm going to say that again. You must type every single word that is in your quote. If you feel like you're going to forget that, don't do the dot, dot, dot. Write the whole sentence out, okay? But we've been practicing that in our class, but if you don't feel comfortable with it, don't do the dot, 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 and just write the whole sentence. Okay, for 1 minute now, we are going to practice doing our explain, okay? And I always tell my students of the A, the C, and the E, the A and the C are the most important, okay? So if you don't feel confident with the explain, that is okay. I still want you to try it, but the answer in the site you must have, and they must be strong. Okay, so for 1 minute, we're gonna do our explain, and we're gonna say this shows, or you could say this quote shows, something along those lines, and then you're gonna talk about how this proves this. And this part, some of you might just sit there and be like, I don't know what to write, and that's okay. We're going to try it out for 1 minute. Ready, set, go. This shows, so it makes lessons fun, which makes it easier for students to understand difficult topics. This shows Okay, put your pencil down for that one. The last thing that we're gonna do is write the conclusion. And once again, it is absolutely 100% okay if you did not get all of that written, okay? So here we go, we're gonna write our conclusion. We're gonna start it with with a transition phrase. So I'm just gonna go basic and put in conclusion. If your teachers taught you some other cooler ways to do it, please, by all means, do that. But for time's sake, I'm just gonna do in conclusion. All right, are you ready? This is where you're gonna take your thesis statement and you're gonna restate it. And I've always taught my students to flip it around and instead of starting with the phrase from the prompt, you're gonna start with the main ideas. And if you're completely confused, you can just watch what I'm doing. All right, we have 1 minute. Ready, set, go. Oh, hold on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, we are at about 8 minutes left, okay? 8 minutes, that's all we have. I did skip a part on my screen here and I took that off of y'all's because I wanted to make sure that we had time to do this. So if you wrote about a teacher that you have and you didn't get to finish it, I'd really like for you to finish it in whatever time you have left today at some point and give it to your teacher, okay? Give it to your teachers. Your teachers are here. They're working hard for you. They care about you. If it's a teacher that doesn't work at the school, but you still might want to take this and type it up and email it to them, you could do that as well. Okay, and the last thing I want you to do, if you were able to get this done in the amount of time that we had during spike time, which was like 10 to 15 minutes to actually write the essay, I want you to high five your RLA teacher when you get to their room and say, I did it. Okay, because they'll be very proud of you. We love you. We are proud of your hard work. And yeah, have a great rest of your day.